Chemistry cards.
Yeah. Are the matrix? Sham Jeezy. Harat, yeah. When me say U.P.K, U.K. Well, anyway. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends. Dog, we fly out and one bend span the ends. But we die out and more dead pan the ends. Where me come from, you lucky if you live long day in a the war zone. But I no Pakistan, a the place where you juvenile a the big man. Pray for you do time, brother, pick one, yo. Man a fi bleach, but I never zone a the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them response. You we dead if you a Christian, devil them strong. Me say, but it's a trick done. Them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me kill a them where they a London, England. Teach me say the white man him is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. I see him struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance. Hey, boom. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends. Dog, we fly out and one bend span the ends. But we die out and more dead body them. Once upon a time round ya so did nice. Full of vibes, man a play football, choose a side. If I no football, you like one go shoot your dice. But everything change when me nigga lose him life. Who for crime? A certain black coffee get shoot a knife. Check every taxi on the route I drive. Then you to ride them took a knife. Man have to sleep at the and shoot a night. And watch your head back, you never know who for time round. You're not safe again. Watch out for the hater them and the traitor them. And the fake friend dog, the acre tens. No solution for make amends. Babylon says ceasefire, but we nah no fate na them a sake of them. Make the crime rate so great again. And Jamaica red hot like the equator belt Jamaica bread. You never break no bread. With the ghetto youth them, you send the Terminator them dad. So man a fi whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends. But we die out and more dead pan the ends. Lucky if you live long day in a the war zone. But I know Pakistan is a place where you juvenile a the big man. Pray for you do time, brother, pick one dad. Man a fi bleach, but I never zone a the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them respond. You we dead if you a Christian, devil in strong. Hey, a trick done. Them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me kill a them where they a London, England. Teach me say the white man him is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. A same struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance.
Chemistry cards.
U.P.K. O1 West. Babylon is falling to rise no more again. Babylon is falling. Freedom is here, my friend, not just part of the nation. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace, him start of the vision. Now put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are a nation. Just the last statutes and commandments, we make the decision to keep them with precision. Just part of the nation. Daniel get a vision, him see the black Christ, it wasn't a white depiction. No allegiance to Rome nor its regions. Come out them religion if you want be a free man. Cause the deacons them full of demons. Same situation with Rasta with Islam. Only beacon of hope for your lean on is U.P.K and the General YAHANNA. Every fowl of the ear, every beast of the field, every creeping thing we creep on land. Every mouth of the clear, loud and clear. Yeah, our shy Mashiach is a black man who have fear. Let him hear. Time to prepare. Spiritually separate from Babylon. We no weak, we no fear. We no tear. Gun Saddam, my bun, but him and just part of the nation. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. No put your trust in our riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. I just the last statutes and commandments. We make the decision to keep them with precision. Just part of the mission. Send evils and curses on the horse sitting on the beast and all churches. America fall, them deserve it. Rome get defeat, history repeat, I know the first thing. Hey, 400 years they work with, then desert with, then turn round and call we worthless. But now the COVID lurking, them hurting, and they need doctors and nurses. Hey, one day to building off it turn after the long journey. No care much money you a earn if you still want Babylon burn. One day to building off it turn after the long journey. No care much money you a earn. Hey, I just start the mission. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace in start of the vision. No put your trust in our riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. I just the last statutes and commandments. We make the decision to keep them with precision. I just part of the mission.
Shalom, Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General YAHANNA is putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us at the Sheridan in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the Convention Center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time, sending curses to them enemies.
Hey, Shalom Israel, this is a public service announcement to all the sisters out there. You already know what time it is. Them Passover corsages is blooming absolutely right this year. If you a married sister, rock that red corsage. And for all the single sisters out there, the white corsage was made just for you. Stop playing. You cannot be Passover ready without rocking one of these. Just $10 to complete that fit for the Lord's 54th annual Passover. Pre-order yours now. Click the link below for more info. For just $10, I got a feeling that this is just the right batch of flowers to have you looking on point and official. Sisters, make it your business to get you one, and we hope to see you there. Shalom Israel.
So I spit choo-choo, I taste the whole thing. Taking my style, I'm far from a lane, girl, just let me put it down, baby. She on the road, can get around in my coupe, me and you, we just cruising through the town lately. Ask me some questions, girl, do you mind? What would it take to make you mine, please? Tell me be you, and we can try. So I spit choo-choo, I take the whole thing. Taking my style, I'm far from a lane, girl, just let me put.
Hey, Shalom, Israel, what's going on, man? Priest Captain Dawhar here, standing with Officer Tabawan. We coming from Hollywood, California. Just off the BBC interview, letting everybody know that the I.S.U.P.K is going to take over, man. But check it out, this is what I want you to do, right? Commander YAHANNA just dropped a new YouTube channel. The most controversial man in America, man. Subscribe to his channel, America on Fire, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Shalom.
Of the black and brown demographic and others in general would find.
If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Shalom Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General YAHANNA is putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us at the Sheraton in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the convention center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence, because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st, in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time, sending curses to them enemies.
Oh yeah, it's going down. Join us for this year's all-black party, hosted by Commanding General YAHANNA and the I.S.U.P.K. This year, it's going down in Durham, North Carolina, at the Durham Armory. Last year, brothers and sisters came out from all over the world. It was a packed house to celebrate the 2022 Hebrew Academy graduates. These brothers faced life and death, and as a result, they were honored on this night for their sacrifice and their victory at the gauntlet. But wait, this year, it's going down. There will be a Hebrew concert featuring Captain Akkad, 144 the Rebel, King Ty, Captain Ty Ward, One Westworld, Lost Tribes, Captain Kataza, I Won Ya Allah, also known as Dope E, and Officer Natazab, U.P.K. Natazab, and much more. It's going to be an open bar. Make sure that you get your tickets. It's going down this year, 2023, the 54th annual Passover and the annual all-black party, hosted by Commanding General YAHANNA and the I.S.U.P.K. Stay alive, still blessed, and still we rise.
I.S.U.P.K. presents the 54th annual Feast of Unleavened Bread. Last year we did it big. This year is going to be way big. More brotherhood, more sisterhood, more UPK. On Sunday, April 2nd, 2023, we're going to be at 421 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Sheraton Raleigh Hotel Ballroom. We call it all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come join us.
I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go be slow. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, me like you don't need exist. And I said, U.P.K. made me like this. Bada bing, I popped I say, I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go be slow. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, me like you don't even exist. And I said, U.P.K made me like this.
Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on, that.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, chemo shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, chemo shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. So they like, damn, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Sabe got this bitch off the hand, got this juice, got this drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, it's assault. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. Hey, one way, one way, one way, one way, one way.
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drums, black and yellow Air Ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping. Kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS. A mean right. That's mean right. We build different, you know the vibes. And we something authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, chemo shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit.
gotta be ready for when the war starts. Fighting these battles through life got us accumulating war scars. Nothing is given. We going through these curses while we living. We soldiers on the mission until the dead in Christ is risen. I thank the Lord for all the biggins. Most High in Christ for all the fallen soldiers that I didn't mention. For all the fallen sisters too. Through the years trying to fight back the tears cause we missing you. And I never met Kama War, but I hear stories from the brothers. In the truth, he was a dinosaur. And I know one day we all gotta die. I pray I go honorable like Makata's eye. Fighting through these curses to survive. I vow to keep their name alive. Fallen soldiers, I let my eyes cry through this pen and made my niggas rise again. My fallen soldiers, fighting through these curses to survive. I vow to keep their name alive. Fallen soldiers, I let my eyes cry through this pen and made my niggas rise again. My fallen soldiers. It's war at all costs, they killing us off. We holding on to all thoughts, no memories lost. And you can fall for they snare.
Top, man, shit. Make sure you let these niggas know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Get on this motherfucker. Let these niggas know what time it is, you understand? We royalty.
King Ty really one of the realest. I survived drive-bys from them killers. Like I got 9 lives, I got 9 wives. I said fine wine with them bitches. I'm spitting fire bombs in your city. I got like 8 or 9 niggas with me. And we all ready to die in a minute. One West, we the best in the business. I get offended, I fuck niggas spend it. Talking they get it, but niggas is timid. Rappers is softer than linen. Catch me out parking lot pimping. What more could I give them? I've been the hottest forever. Why would I lie about cheddar? I could do better. I just put loyalty first. Royalty coming whenever. Pull off in a Jetta. Curvy, she on me, you sweater. My fault like wearing a sweater in summertime weather. Haters so salty, no pepper. You not that seasoned or clever. I'm with the rebel. Used to pump bass with the treble. Baking a cake in a kettle. I used to cook up the work. Now I just cook with the metal. Gotta keep foot to the pedal. Yeah, let me give it gas on the highway. Let the music blast on the calm day. Break the Glock down in the 3-part. Put the 3 together like my Najee. Sippin' Bombay with my enclave. Got my mind made. Ain't no time waste. No. Eating prime steak with a fine date at a fine place. Getting violated.
Hey, listen. I already told these niggas. You understand? I call up King Ty. He say, what's up? I say, what's good, my lord? Listen, he like, listen. These niggas ain't ready for none of this. You understand? I said, listen, if the nigga ain't one West, he ain't got it on his arm or his chest. I don't give a fuck about the niggas. It's just me and my niggas. We royalty, yeah.
I got the hammer, you running, man. Come through your window like rubber man. Snapping your neck like a rubber band. Talk to my dog like the sun is set. He told me murder you rappers. Uppercut sending you vertical actors. Y'all got me coming with verbal attackers. I might attack you type physical too. So y'all be rhyming the way y'all be shining. I'm blinding these rappers like Mr. Magoo. These haters miserable, we indivisible. Look at these haters like they got no clue. No clue. They hold up ones in them W's. Really, bro, don't get too comfortable. Don't get close. If you ain't cut from the cloth, co-signed by the boss, then we do not fuck with you. Cause you wouldn't last here. I told you the same shit last year. Already told. Keep talking that trash, I have a car, come kick your ass in. You already know. Your jaw like glassware. We pull up, not rocking no mask there. Don't care if you spot us, you know how you got us. It's over, you saying your last prayer. Go ahead.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. You know what I mean? On the end, 123rd episode on the end. A big one, the like, everyone in the chat, like, share, subscribe. You know, we got many hot topics today. You know, big to Tazar one. You know what I mean? A man from the north, Halbar, Shalpa, I.S.U.P.K, Kabbalah. Like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? Everyone get in there. We're also on TikTok now, man. You know, make sure you watch it on TikTok. But turn your phone to the side, you know, couldn't figure out the portrait thing right now. But don't worry, man. We're working on it to get that pattern as well. We got what's the feast day Sunday? The feast of the Memorial Purim. Sunday at 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. As well. You should come to that. You know, children are gonna be there, the wives are gonna be there, the brothers are gonna be there from different cities. You know what I mean, different regions. So make sure you come through to that as well. It's gonna be good, man. Make sure you reach. If you're anywhere else, it's lucky, man. You know, I'm sorry if you really take. Open Israel as well, man. Shalom. Make sure you come to the whole day as well, man. Like, share, subscribe, push this on. The class is 5 days a week at I.S.U.P.K, United Kingdom, on Periscope, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the whole nine. Any question, make sure you type them in as well. Any question, make sure you type them in. What's TikTok saying? No comments, not yet. Let me know, yeah?
I'm just couple head-ups.
Okay, most time cards. So let's get into it, man. So first things first, big earthquake in Turkey, man. You heard about it? The Lord hit Turkey with an earthquake, and if that wasn't enough, the Lord hit them with another one again, man. 2 earthquakes back to back, man. And let me tell you, earthquakes like the Bible also says he's a terrible God, man. That's the God we serve. He ain't no God that laughs and kisses and hugs, man. The Lord kills people. Earthquakes tear buildings apart, man. The ground beneath you opens up and rips buildings in half. And when bricks fall, bricks are not partial. Bricks are children, pregnant women, babies, the whole nine. And that's all done by the Lord, man. And the Lord did that to Turkey twice. That's the doing of God right there, man. Let me show you the video that's soon. This is a footage. This is footage right here.
Yok. Daha sonra şişelerde. Geliyor çünkü. Yola çıkalım abi. Dur bu hala sallanıyor ya. Nasıl? Çayı şey yap.
Look at that, man. Wait a second. That right there, like, on people, man. 47,000 people dead. Oh, with an earthquake that lasted less than a minute. It lasted less than a minute. That's how dreadful the Lord is, man. You know what I mean? Power outage, cut out all the power, all the technology that man thinks is so smart and he can out-trick God. And all God got to do is shake it, man. I did that and killed 47,000 people, man. Let me tell you something. The Lord's big in plagues. The disciples asked Jesus Christ, man, what's the sign of your coming? And what did Christ say? Earthquakes in diverse places, man. Plagues like COVID-19, man. Wars and rumors of wars like Russia, Ukraine, man. But it's the real last days, man. You know what that means for us? That means we gotta get off drugs, man. That means we gotta get off weed and cocaine and mollies and pills and whores and all that stuff there, man, because the Lord's coming, man. This ain't no joke. The Lord ain't playing no more. That's why we gotta get act together, man. Let me see what I got. 1 second. Give me a second. This is Isaiah 29:6, and it reads, "Thou shalt be visited by the Lord of hosts, and with earthquakes and great noise." And that's how the Lord visits you, man. With earthquakes, great noise, and thunder. Let me tell you something, earthquakes don't come from Mother Nature, man. Earthquakes don't, you know, they say, oh, it's Mother Nature, the natural disasters, and it happens now, man. Everything happens behind the Lord. When your country is broken down by the earthquakes, God did it, man. God is the reason for tsunamis. God is the reason why Ukraine is against Russia. God is the reason of the COVID-19, man. All these things happen because of the Most High, man. So, like, maybe another one.
Let me get a quick preset. Let me get
Yeah? It's too quiet.
Hold on, let's see which one.
People try to blame it on Mother Nature, man.
Give me.
So you want?
Give me Revelations chapter 8 and verse 1.
It's Revelations 8 and 1. Look here. And when he had opened the seventh seal, there was a silence in heaven, and about the space of half an hour.
So the seals is going to be open.
And I saw the 7 angels which stood before God, and to them was given 7 trumpets. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was unto him much incense.
So now this angel was there with a golden altar and much incense, and this angel took our prayers. Go ahead.
That he should offer it with prayer of all the saints.
So all the saints that pray to the Lord, this man takes it in a censer along with incense. The angels take it in the censer and bring it up to the Lord. Go ahead.
Upon the golden altar which is before the throne.
So they bring our prayers up to the Lord. So while we pray for death and destruction, they bring it up to the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 4, and the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before God out of the angel's hand.
So now our prayers went up to the Lord, man. The angels take our prayers up to the Lord. Go ahead.
And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire.
So the angel took the censer along with the prayers and fire.
Cast it to the earth.
And did what?
Cast it to the earth.
And they take these prayers and we pray for death and destruction. Then they cast it down on the earth, and that destruction takes place in the earth.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And lightning. So and thunderings and lightnings and an earthquake.
And what?
An earthquake.
And what?
An earthquake.
And we pray for this. Our prayers don't go up in vain, man. The saints pray to the Lord, and the angels hear them prayers. They take them to the Lord, and they take that censer and smash it down to the earth. And then what happens? Earthquakes, man.
That's right.
Death and destruction. That's what happens. You've heard our prayers at the end of class. These are the things that we pray for.
Any more on that? That's it, man. And what Dr. Bob bringing out last week, man, about Mother Nature. But if you talk about Mother Nature, you're giving credence to another God, man. God creates these earthquakes, not Mother Nature. You know what I mean? This is the information of, this is Mother Nature right here, man. Mother Nature was a agreement. You're giving the Christian. You know what I mean? When Mother Nature didn't do this, man. God did this. You know what I mean? Let me see if we can find it for you real quick.
The 47,000, is that from the second one alone?
No, yeah, I believe so. Or in total, maybe. Not too sure.
You got to post some more. You got to post some more.
You want to click
This is Gaia. This is the goddess of Mother Nature, man. And it reads in Greek mythology, Gaia, ancient Greek, Romanized Gaia, a poetical form of meaning, which means land or earth. Also spelled Gaia, is a personification of the earth and one of the primordial deities. Gaia is the ancestral mother, sometimes parthenogenetic, whatever, of all life. She is the mother of Uranus, the sky, from whose sexual union she bore Titans. And man, this is who you're giving credence to when you say Mother Nature did this. Mother Nature is a fake God, man. The real God of the Bible, he did this. He brings earthquakes, he brings destructions, man. He brings destruction. Look at all the drugs that Turkey brings into the black community, man. So like you sisters shouldn't be crying about them botch jobs you had, man, with them BBLs, man. You should be glad that 47,000 has died, man. The Turks have ruined your body for life, man. Look at these Turks into Akon's hairline, man. So luck, yeah. They should be happy that these that 47,000 Turks are dead, man. Look at his hairline, man. So, as well, the things that God brings upon nations, man. God destroys nations, man. And that's what you don't understand because you're in the church, man. You're in the Christian church, singing and dancing, and don't know about the Most High, man. Anyway, we'll get into a few things, man. This is something that I saw the other day. It literally made my head turn, man. So, like, this is a woman talking about
dating a Jamaican man who's so embedded and brainwashed by the culture, because there's so many problems in our culture, and if you don't see that and need a change of mind, I just can't date. That's 100% me. So I don't hate my culture. I think my culture is fucking amazing. How we'd run the place, how we make everywhere vibes, but I'm not gonna lie to myself either. Do I want bun? I does not. 100% me. So I don't hate my culture. I think my culture is fucking amazing. How we'd run the place, how we make everywhere vibes, but I'm not gonna lie to myself either. Do I want bun? I does not.
I'm happy.
I mean,
and that's the problem with Christianity. That's the problem with the media. This woman's a Jamaican, and she's saying how she couldn't go out with a Jamaican man because of the culture. I love my culture, but I'm not gonna go out with a Jamaican man because this is what's wrong. That right there about black men cheat is a lie. It's a lie. You know who cheats? All men cheat, man. Have you not seen footballers? The footballers sleep with a bag of girls, man. That's the problem. Society has made the black man the black at the podcast. You know what he was saying? Well, I don't go out for Jamaican with myself, you know. They're too loud. You know me, they like to fight you and stab you, man. They're too brawling, they're too ratchet. And the black was saying, oh, you know what? The black man, you know, he loves too much women. He likes to cheat a lot. And both of us them are silly. But black men understand is, guess what? Every woman is annoying, man. It's lucky to any woman that's offended. Every woman talks too much, man. Every woman can be loud. Every woman, if you cheat on them, will key your car, man. But we've been told it's only black women. There's a saying out there, they call it Hell House No Scorn. Woman, you think that's black people? No, man. The white man made that, man. Do the statistics? White men are on child support more than black people are, man. But we just see stuff in our neighborhood and think, oh, see, it's these black women. White men cheat too, man. Have you not heard of a president called Bill Clinton? Have you not heard about he grabs women by the pussy? You think it's black men that love women? Have you not seen these Arab men with 10,000 wives? But we've been told, oh, the black man's no good. And then the black man been told the black woman's no good. And we just fight each other. We just fight each other, man. This is why they tell you that that's no good, man. We've been sold a dream to make out like the grass is greener on the other side. Meanwhile, we shit on our own people and love everybody else, man. We think that, you know, only the black woman keys your car. White women do it too, man. We think that only the black girl will fight you for cheating on her. Nah, man. It's in our culture, so therefore, you know, I can't get down with it, man. Well, she don't know that it's everyone's culture, man. It's everyone. Because you can speak to any race, Indian, Chinese, and they will tell you that, listen, it's a man thing, man. So like you, man.
Yeah, and with that, I think what she's just mad at black men. Why she would date Collie Buds or someone. Really, that's who she would date.
She would date what, the idea?
Yeah, exactly. She would date him. Her saying, no, it's a cultural thing. While it is people like half the culture, but they don't want the full culture. So imagine this: she likes the culture, but she don't like the men that come that brought the culture. You can't use half the culture. If it's a black man's culture to have more than one woman, you can't like part of it, not the other part. You better like all of it, man. She goes on a podcast talking about she ain't dating no Jamaican man. Why do you think your father is, man? Your father was a Jamaican man. Why do you think your grandfather was? He was a Jamaican man. Giving people a podcast. This is the problem with the world today, man. Giving women like this a podcast when there's a million other things they could be doing instead of talking about they don't want to date a Jamaican man. It makes no sense, man. Sure, they are African man, and I'm sure African men have what? Loads of wives, man. But just problem and get a
Come on, man. This is ridiculous. Let me tell you something. God made mankind, man. He made mankind, and when he made man. You know what I mean? All the same, man. The white man ain't no different from a black man, man. White men, no Chinese men, black men in general like lots of women. Women in general like to talk. Women in general get jealous, man. Not just black women. But if you're out there thinking, oh man, I gotta get something better, man. I gotta get something out there, man. That's always been Israel's problem. Israel has always liked what the other nation has, man. We always want what they have. We want dirty. And so she'll find out, man. She'll find out when she goes out there and marries a Nigerian man and finds out that it's not all marriage and bed of roses, man. She'll go out there, she'll find out that they cheat just as well. And you know why Nigerian men cheat as well? Because they're men, man. They're made out of the same materials that we're made out of, man. But they make that same flesh and blood, and men just like women, man. Society knows that. It's not a black thing. Men like women, man. That's why do you think women getting free at the club, man? Because the club owners know that if I let women in free, the men are going to come along also, man. The club owners know that if I let the women in free, the men are going to buy the women. They're going to show off in front of women. Society knows that, man. That's not a black thing. Any club you go to, they let women in for free, man. They let most women in free because they know that if the women come, the men are going to come tagging along. When a man goes clubbing, what's he going clubbing for? The women, man. Right. So when he sees all these women in the club, he's going to say, yo, I think this club. Why the men party? Just shake a leg. For women, man. And when you go to Broad Street, when you go to nightclubs, you see all races in there, man. And all these races are in there while looking for women, man. They ain't going there because they got a brand new suit that they want to show off. They ain't dressed nice and neat and smelling good. Just because they want to smell good. They go in there for women, man. For some reason, you know, black men get the bad back for it. So lucky, excuse me, man. You know, we get all the, you know, with the bad ones. Me, whatever other nation, you know, they're good. But she'll find out, man. Like Miss South Family stuff last week. She'll find out, man.
And look how they're holding me like one fugitive. Obviously, the lady on the left of me, she's calm. The guy on the right, zooms in. I'm dripping it off white, and it has the little tag on it, the little blue tag. And he's like, "Oh, the shoe's stolen." I'm like, "What are you talking about, bro?" So yeah, I'm drunk off my head. I don't remember what they were saying to me, and
Oh man, you gotta say excuse me for the bad connection, man. Piece of luck, yeah. This is a brother wearing the Off-White brand. You know what I mean? For everyone that don't know, Off-White brand comes with a tag, man. And the police locked this black man because it's not. And that's how disgusting these heathens are, man. That's how disgusting these oppressors are, man. You might be telling me you're a policeman. You might want to just do a little research into passion, man. Police will do anything to lock up black people, man. Anything that gives you suspicion to lock you up, man. You got a nice car, black man, locking you up because you sold drugs for it. You're locking you up, you sold drugs, man. You got a gold chain and locking you up because they're suspecting that you sell drugs. And now you, black man, you can't even wear name brand clothing, man. You can't wear name brand clothing. Why? Because the police can't even afford to do their research, man, and find out that, listen, this is just a fashion. And man.
And all they had to do was Google the shoe, man. Just Google helps, man. All you Google is what Off-Whites do they have? Was it the Nike ones?
Nike, yeah, with the tag on there.
All you type is Nike Off-Whites, man, and it will come up. That's all it will do, man. Imagine the one that Off-White trainers and they've never been locked up for it, man. Listen, that's the fashion, man. You police need to get with the times. Imagine you locking a man up because he's trainers and he's paid for them. So what, he must show them a receipt? That it makes no sense.
He must walk with a receipt just to satisfy them.
Have you ever seen Nike and them put those kind of seals on their trainers, man? Like, when have you gone in JD and that's the tags they use on the trainers?
It's a big circle one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously.
When has Nike ever put those kind of tags on their trainers? It makes no sense, man. You can't run JD. You know why? They leave one out, man.
Oh, yeah.
They only leave one foot out.
I forgot about that.
They only leave one foot out. And then when you want the other foot, guess what they do? They put it behind the counter, man. And then you have to queue up and they scan it and then you pay for it. You can't rob trainers from JD, man. They don't have out. You're trying to say this man rubbed it off the shelf. It makes no sense, man.
Then 1 foot only, man.
Yeah, exactly. Common sense would say he ain't robbed them because you can't rob one. They don't put 2 feet out.
And put him in the back of the van, man. Something so petty. You know what I mean? You would have thought they would let him for it and go chase some drug dealers. Or just to check if this brother's story checks out, man. That's a shame, man. This brother can't even be fashionable in his own ends, man. Can't be fashionable in his own area because he got to watch out for police. It's a shame, man. It's a luck, yeah. There are brothers out there that are been told by their parents that when the police stop you, just come. You know what I mean? Don't fight back. And now, you know what I mean? You got brothers that when they see the police, you know, they're on the best behavior because they've been told that police beat up brothers, man. And now you got brothers that can't even wear what they want to wear, man. Now, you know what I mean? Our parents say, so when the police talk to you, you know, make sure you give them no lip. Make sure you come like, let's say, leave it off whites, neither. Don't wear this because you could go to jail. Imagine that, man. A brother probably spent 12 hours in a cell just over his fashion, man. It's a shame, man. This is Lamentations 4 and 18. It reads, they hunt our steps that we could not go in our streets. And that's the oppressor. Hunt our own streets, man. His brother's in his own community, man. Just wearing clothes that he likes to wear and can't even wear them. Have to walk around with a receipt, man, to prove to the police that I stole this, man. Because the police ain't done the homework. Imagine that. I got to sleep in the police cell because you ain't done your homework. This is a you problem. Your you problem because of me about fashion, man. Man. That's a shame, man. It's a damn shame. It's a lucky, man. Connection's terrible today. We need one more.
Is it terrible on the issue as well?
On mine, yeah.
Is it? So is it?
You put it open for a time, but it's like.
In heaven. That sound right to you? In a break the centuries of tradition, the Church of England's debating with the pray our Father, sorry, not anymore, our non-gendered parent. The Church of England's debating whether to stop referring to God as a he by introducing gender-neutral pronouns in prayers. US Conservative radio host Ben Ferguson. So Ben Ferguson, I'd imagine when you heard about this, the steam began to
Oi.
Okay, we're back. So we're gonna just refresh the thing, see if it works now. Bear with me. We're gonna play back the Piers Morgan. Let's see if it's much better. Here it goes. See how this looks.
Father, sorry, not anymore, our non-gendered parent who art in heaven. That sound right to you? In a break with centuries of tradition, the Church of England is debating whether to stop referring to God as a he by introducing gender-neutral pronouns in prayers and hymns. Well, I'm joined by Christian activist and author Simon Hill and US conservative talk radio host Ben Ferguson. So Ben Ferguson, I'd imagine when you heard about this, the steam began to rage out of your ears. What is your view of a gender-neutral God?
Look at that, man. This how disgusting the oppressor is, man. This how disgusting the white man is, man. He wants to make a gender-neutral God, man. Everyone knows. Listen, God is masculine. God is a man. The Bible said God is a man of war. And these people, listen. Now the church consider even the church. You think the church will, put their foot down or have a stand or fight against this? The church is thinking, I'm making God gender-neutral, man. Listen, the UPK we always say this: Christianity is for the people, man. Religion is for the people. Let me tell you something. God don't serve you. You serve God, man. And Christianity is a religion that serves us, that makes us feel good. And that's why we love it so much. If you want to be a sexual deviant, what did it tell you? God loves you no matter what, man. If you're a disgusting sinner, well, God hates the sinner. God hates the sinner, not the sinner. And now, if you're a man, a part of the gender-neutral community, well, guess what? God can be gender-neutral too, man. Editing the Bible, changing the Bible. Now they're going to change the Lord's Prayer, no longer. It's not going to be our Father in heaven no more. It's going to be our parent in heaven, man. Lucky, man. So the Bible goes, what? He that adds to the book, the Lord's going to add curses to him, man. And he that takes away from the book, the Lord's going to take his name out of the book of life, man. That's what the Lord's going to do to this person, add curse on him. Because he's adding things in the Bible that ain't there, man. But let me get a look at it, man.
It's crazy, you know why? Because back in the days, when people create their own gods, they would create a god based off what they wanted to create, man. They'll say, you know what? This is the god of this. This is the god of that. They would do that when creating their idols and graven images, man. The Lord isn't an idol and he isn't a graven image, man. You can't create him how you want to create him, man. Right. You can't make him into some god that you want. He is the God that he is, man. And he is a man. And he tells you that in the Bible. You serve him, man. You don't create him. He created you. You can't now create him into what you want him to be. We ain't Muslims or Sikhs, man, where your gods are idol. Not listen, man. Our God is what? The God of heaven and earth, and he created us. We didn't create him, man. So you can't change who he is after all these years, man.
That's right.
After all these thousands of years, now you've decided one day you want to wake up and decide, all right, then I'm going to change the God I serve. Listen, man. If you're changing God, you ain't serving the God of the Bible, man.
That's right.
You're serving something else, and it ain't the God of the Bible, man. And the God of the Bible is going to remind you every day not to play with him, man. Just ask the people in Turkey. Ask them, man. You ask them. Those people that stood before his throne, man, ask them what did they see, man. You ask them Turkish people what they see, man. Gender neutral. Listen, man, don't play with the Lord, man. The Lord shakes kingdoms, man.
That's right. Earthquakes kill gender neutral, man.
Exactly.
It's a luck, yeah, in case you didn't know. You know what I mean? It's in Revelations, 22 and 18. And it reads, For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, God shall add him the plagues that are written in the book. There you go, man. If you're adding in the book, the Bible says God is a man. If you're adding and changing and saying, yo, God is a woman, listen, you're going to get them plagues, man. And that's why the oppressors are getting these earthquakes. That's why it's getting this COVID-19. That's why, wars and people are dying in Ukraine and Russia or whatever the case may be, man. Like the Bible says, God is not mocked. You're not going to say God's no gender neutral, man. You feel me? You're going to get these plagues, and that's what you're seeing all over the globe, man. That's what God say. Should I pause? Lord in Christ. What are you saying, man?
Lord in Christ, there, man. The connection mashing up.
Nah, man. Just look what the problem you get me. But the way you're saying about these sexual deviants, man, trying to change the Most High to into a gender neutral type of being, man.
Yeah, man. They're always trying to change up the Bible, man. But you know, the I.S.U.P.K are here to stop that. You get me? They can't do it on our watch. You know what I mean?
That's right. No, 1 second, I'm trying to get scripture, man. But
And you know what? Can you remember that time they brought out the Queen Bible?
Can't. And the Queen James, the Queen James Bible.
So first they made him a woman. Now they're making him gender neutral.
Which one is it, man?
Listen, man. Soon they're gonna change it again in the future, man. This is the thing. Don't change nothing to do with the Lord, man.
That's right.
How things have been kept, keep it that way, man. Don't change it, man. Gender neutral. All of this stuff is garbage, man. Listen, man. Men that wanted to be gender neutral died in the book of Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's
man.
right.
Them men was burnt up, man. Men that wanted to be gender neutral was drowned out in floods and all of them things, man. Men that wanted to be gender neutral had to run into the caves, man. They ran into the caves and there was only about 700 Benjamites left. They wanted to be gay. They wanted to be gay, man. Listen, I read that story. I almost changed my tribe, so lucky. I read that story. I almost changed tribe when I read that story, man. Listen, man. Listen, there's a remnant of Benjamites that ain't gay, man, so lucky.
Right.
They're in the I.S.U.P.K. And there's some Benjamites that is gay, and the name's Segula, man. Segula was one of them men back in the days, man. Segula was one of them men back in the days that said to those men, "Come outside so we can know you." Those men was Segula, man.
And he's back with a vengeance.
Exactly.
10 times stronger. With more urges, more love.
Segula said to them, "Men, come outside so we may know them." Segula said to them. Segula said, "We don't want the woman, we want the man." That's what Segula said. And in 2023, he's back, same homosexual, man. Which lets you know reincarnation is real, man.
We rapist tendencies. We rapist tendencies.
Segula was the first man that put his hand on the door in the book, man.
And we saw it
on the know the man.
We saw it last week. Segula asking for yo. That was Segula back then, man. Open the door, like. Same homosexual tendencies.
Segula said, "Yo, if you don't send them men out, we're gonna deal with you." Segula said that to like. Segula was there, man.
He was a leader. He was a real leader. So lucky. Well, Quaz, are you ready for me?
Yo, is your connection ready? Because I don't want to mash up your routine. This is the Officer Quasar tuning into Underins Radio with the YAHANNA segment. What you got for me, officer?
Yeah. And this reads, so lucky, bear me a second. Is it full screen? No, it's not. 1 second. Not full screen. Little one, yeah? Hey, read, I spent 8,000 to get the world's biggest lips. Now I'm having jabs to get the planet's most prominent cheekbones.
Boy, stop. She need to stop. Boy, you see how so lucky. You see how them try look like the daughters of Zion so bad, but they just can't get it right, man. Listen, man, you'll never look like the chosen children of the Lord, man. You'll never look like the blacks and Hispanic sisters because you ain't made to be special, man. You are a dog, man. So stop trying to look like our sisters, man. Run the next one.
Shamima Begum loses appeal against removal of British citizenship.
Boy, sir. For one time in my life, I agree with the British government, you know.
That's right.
Boy, trust me, don't let her come over here, man. Listen, man. I'm worried enough about the package that are already here, man. I don't want to worry about no Shamiga Begum about to blow up the place, man. Nah, man, don't bring her back over here. Run the next one.
That's right. Supermarket runs out of turnips after Tory minister tells Brits to eat them to avoid shortages.
Boy, sir, that's another reason not to bring Shamima bacon over here, there's not enough turnips, man. Don't bring over here, try and yam out our turnips over here. But boy, what did that say? That the minister, Teresa Coffee, has told us to eat, what is it, turnips?
Turnips.
She said we have to. She said to eat turnips to avoid the shortages of the fruits, etc. But listen, man, this is just testament not to listen to these ministers, man. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't have the solution, man. The real solution for the shortages of food is to give every white man the crumbs, man, and feed the children of the Lord. This is the Officer Quasar tuning up on the Ends Radio with the YAHANNA segment.
If you eat turnips anyway, man, fucking hell, I'm not really same. I've never had turnip in soup, rice, or anything.
How do you cook a turnip?
I have no idea.
I thought turnip was just something that stays in the dirt.
In fact, I just put turnip. Is it turnip or turnip? Just a lucky.
So how do you cook it?
It looks like a boiling thing. I don't even know. Let me Google actually.
The oven. I thought turnips is like stay. I thought turnips was like, you know, them Harry Potter things where he pulls it out and it screams. What's that thing called in Harry Potter?
The tulip. I thought it's tulip.
Nah, you see the thing in Harry Potter, you pull it out and it screams.
Yeah, it's a bowl. That's a bowl, but I don't know how you put the shit. So it goes in the oven. Okay.
Turnip.
Carrots and
That's tulip.
Sprouts.
it's a white thing.
Broccoli could be tulips. It sounds like the white thing sounds like tulips, to be honest. But why? That's crazy, man. So Kwanzaa, how come they were told to eat tulips?
Because they ran out of tomatoes over here or something, innit?
Boy, England's moving like a third world country these days, man. That's the Lord, man. The Bible talks about famine, man. You know, the Lord's getting them. Listen, for 400 years, England been rich off the backs of our people, man. Our people swung a machete, cutting cane, making them money. And now the Lord's getting them back, man. The white must be going crazy, man. Now you got Ukrainians living over here. Listen, where do you find this money to get Ukrainians, man? When you even got tomatoes, man. Salakia. Yo, did you hear about the Ukrainians that was raping after girls, innit?
What happened?
Ukrainians were raping after girls, man. And it's mad because you don't ever hear it in the news. Why? Because a black man makes one mistake, it's all in the news. Black man rapes a woman. Black man bosses a gun. Black man shoots this. Meanwhile, the migrants are raping people like crazy, and they keep it on the hush hush. Because they don't want the British public to go see. I told you. Why you bringing that over for, man? So people get raped and no one's talking about it. You've never heard it in the news, never seen it in the newspaper, ever, man. Let me show you something.
The two focus on blacks and Hispanics.
Exactly. Show you something.
Monday. The migrants, aged between 13 and 16 and currently out on bail while investigations continue, reportedly held down the 15-year-old girl from a school they all attended in Dover before one of them. Oh, the shocking news should be making headlines everywhere. We hear, what's that? Deafening silence from the MSM and Liberal left, despite the serious question raised over the safety of women and children by this influx of largely male migrants. Well, Fleet Street legend Calvin McKenzie joins me now. And Calvin, look, we saw, didn't we, kid, some of this anger come to the streets, although I'm going to point out what I pointed out earlier in the show. We don't actually know that the violence was from a so-called far-right protest, because there is a strong and growing belief that Antifa may have actually infiltrated protests with their own people, and we know what they try and do. They try and cause violence to do down a cause that they don't agree with. But regardless of what happened, there is anger. There is growing anger because these crimes are being committed against British women and girls.
There's two significant issues for me, or perhaps three altogether. One is 20% of all the migrants coming across the channel. And by the way, this expression, small boats, I don't know what this is supposed to make us feel, a ridiculous expression. So 20%, so that's 8,000 are unaccompanied children. Are we going to do with those 8,000? The idea that we are going to send them back, where, who's going to take them? Those 8,000 are here. They are not going anywhere. So that's a significant issue.
So like, look at this, man. The man saying that these migrants are raping girls, man, hold them down and rape them in the whole nine, man. Crazy, yeah, man. You know what I mean? It's like you watch out for these grooming gangs. You know, watch out for these migrants too, man. Boy, it's man. It's crazy because we see French migrants or African migrants or people running from, refugees running from war countries, and we see black people see it, oh, it's a shame, they need a place to stay. And because of Christianity, we forget that the man that you're inviting in your home could be a rapist, man. Could be a killer. We saw the whole thing with Ukraine, and the first thing we said was, okay, we gotta house these people. We saw white men, and we think because Christ is white and the angels are white, in our mind, God is white. So we just thought, you know what? I gotta go help God. We gotta house him. And not for a second did we think, hold on, who is he? It could be a rapist, could be a murderer. I don't know him. Because you're a refugee, don't mean you were a rapist before your country was being bombed. Who knows what he was doing before your country was being bombed? A refugee is just a man running for refuge, running for safety. That's it. God knows his sexual preference. God knows if you can control yourself. If you like to rape women or hold women down. No one knows that. Everyone saw the fact that a white man who's God is in need, and we got to house him, man. And we brought him in this country. Don't know nothing about him for a criminal record or anything. And brought him in this country, man. When it comes to black people, though, they make sure they do their checks, man. We get deported by the Home Office, and even when we were legal, man, deported by the Home Office. When you're a white man, you don't get no checks. You can come to England. So what happens to British 15-year-old girls and everything? I don't feel bad, man. You know what I mean? You got your government to blame. You should go to your government and blame them, man. They're the reason why you got raped. The people that you was supposed to be looking out for you is the reason why you got raped, man. So lucky, man.
And where's Tommy Robinson, man? Tommy Robinson's a guy that's mad at what racist and all that stuff. Where's Tommy Robinson, man? Listen, we don't care about these Asians. Listen, they rape, but Tommy Robinson, man. Don't be mad at one people for raping. Be mad at everyone who rapes, man. Right. Be mad at the Ukrainians. Be mad at the Asians. Be mad at all of them, man.
That's right.
They said this ain't in the mainstream media. If it was a black man, guess what happens? It hits the media, man.
That's right.
It hits the media straight away. David Cameron makes £25 million jails in Jamaica, man. Make some jails in Ukraine and send them back. That's what you should do. That's right. Imagine there's 8,000 of them here to try and rape people's children. Listen, man. Get rid of them, man.
Right.
Animals, man. They actually are animals. Listen, man, no word of a lie. What you will see is black people get the bad rap for everything, but you know who steals the most? Them Romanians, man.
That's right.
You see them going in your skip, you put rubbish in your skip, and these Romanians is taking things out of the skip, man.
Microwave gone. Old microwave gone.
Everything, man. They take the old pushchair, everything, man. You leave one thing outside, them Romanians take it. They steal, man. And these are the people that England want to welcome into the country. You're Romanians. Listen, they're all the same to me, whether you're from Romania, Poland, they're all the same, man. Right. I think Romanians is like what the worst ones. They're like the scum of what? They're like the scum of Edomites.
They're all bad to me, so like, yeah.
I think they're like the scum of Edomites.
Yeah, they go for your bins and that, man.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I don't even think the British Edomites claim them. I think British Edomites is the top tier ones.
I think they're the Irish. The Irish is low.
Yeah.
The Irish is low.
Yeah. I think the British will come at the top, then maybe the Spanish,
France, Spain. I think they can make.
And then the Romanians and
Eastern Europeans.
They're at the bottom, man. They're least in their own kingdom, man. They're least in their own kingdom, and if you only keep the laws of God, man, that's going to be you, man. You better keep the laws of the Lord, man, because you don't want to be least in the kingdom. You don't want to be like these Romanians going through this. Obviously, you're going to be better than them because why? The people at the top are going to have brotherhood. So you won't have to go through bins and skips to eat. Because why? The people at the top are going to have brotherhood who will take care of you, man. But obviously, we need to get ourselves right so we don't end up like these Romanians. These Romanians are also this fake gold. Listen, listen, you have to be a fool to buy gold off Romanians and think it's real. Imagine they say it's selling it cheap and they hold their hand out, test it. Listen, don't get conned by these Romanians, man. It's common sense. A Romanian and gold is fake, man. Have you ever been caught by Romanians selling fake gold?
Man, and 10 of them come rush your windshield. Like, move, man. Listen, number, I've never, do you know, I swear, listen, I've been driving for like a long time. And do you know, I've never wanted my windshield clean. In fact, who in the right mind just wants the windshield clean? Who wakes up in the morning and go, you know what? I might just wash the windshield, you know. Just the windshield. I'm not going to hoover the car. I'm not going to wash the whole car. I'm not going to get invited in. I just want the windshield clean. Not the side windows, not the back, just the windshield, man. Listen, Romanians, that is a dreadful hustle, man. That is a dreadful hustle, man.
And the windshield cleans
You know
itself
what?
anyway.
I gotta make some money. I gotta make some money, you know. Let me wash some windshield. That's a dreadful hustle, man. And these black men go out there and jerk some chicken, man, and go to the park and sell it there, man. What else do black men do? Sell pepper prawns and which they get some law, mind you, unlawful. You know what I mean? Or sell peanuts or black men get it cracking, man. You know, do haircuts or something. Romanian man go out there and wash windshield.
And it's crazy, you know what? Because the wipers do that by itself. I pulled the little thing back. What's that called, Pazar? You know about cars. What's that one on that side? What's that one on that side called that you pull back?
The washer jets.
It's called. Get me, you press the washer jet and it cleans the window anyway. 2 seconds. That's the purpose of the washer jet. Why am I going to give you money for something my car does for free? like my car does it for free.
Someone said the way you tell us a favorite story.
What's the favorite story? What's the favorite story?
The pounds. She
goes, I'm waiting.
Oh, listen,
I
have to tell that story. One time the Romanians came, man, to my window. I gave her like 10p, but where I took the compartment from, I had a compartment full of pounds. So she tried to dip her hand she put her hand in the pounds in the car. A boy did the window open her arm. Just scream like, ah! I'm saying, I'm not putting the window down until you put my pounds down.
Man. Did you like that?
Listen, I put the windows on her arm. She can't get her arm out, you know. I'm saying, let go of the pounds. I'm not letting your arm go until you let go of the pounds. She had to let go of the pounds, man.
You see that there? When it comes to black men, we at the rap, man. I've never heard someone say, listen, watch out for the Romanians, you know. Watch out for the Romanians. Everyone should watch out for black people. Everyone clutches their bag tight when it comes to us. Not the Romanians, but they're the real thief, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's it? Talking about watching black people. Look at this video right here, man. Let me see if I can put it real quick. You see, put the girls on.
Listen, I put the window. You see when the window's still going up. You ever press the window? The window's
You want to
still.
go look on that table again, my friend? I never paid. You sure?
Yes.
You positive? You want to go look on that table again, my friend? And you'll see a $20 bill sitting right there that had a tip for you. But yeah, you can get my change. Yeah, you can get my change. Yeah, that's fine. You can get my change. See, you were so focused on us, you couldn't focus on the task.
Whatever. It really doesn't matter.
Man, you were being a little weird. Give people space. Damn, you just made an ass out of yourself.
Boy, look at that, man. Imagine quite the shopkeeper so focused on watching this man, you know, that he didn't even notice that the man paid. He ran out there to chase him and say, yo, you ain't paid, man. And the man paid already. The shame of it, man. And that's what happens. Everyone's worried about us. Meanwhile, the Romanians are stealing everything. Everyone's worried about us. Meanwhile, these immigrants are raping off all the girls, man.
Right.
Theresa May was too busy, Preeti Patel was too busy deporting black people, man. When these are the people that she needs to deport, man. She deported people that work for the NHS, that built the NHS, that built the underground, and imported all these rapists, man. Deported all these people that want to stay on JSA, that don't want to work. That's who she imported, and deported people that love England. Imagine she deported people that love England, man. People that fought in World War I and II. The children of the people that fought in World War I and II. The children of the people that served your white God, man. That went to your church, asked no questions. That's what she deported. And meanwhile, imported these rapists, man. And that's all it is, man. It's a shame, man. Let me get some more, man. You know what I mean?
thing could have ever happened to you. But there's a lesson to be learned. Me no regret nothing went through. You might feel something the worst thing could have ever happened to you. But there's a lesson to be learned. And my lesson is learned, and I'm stronger than before. I'm gonna give thanks for everything we go through, the good, the bad, the ugly. Just keep moving forward.
You see that? That what he said is a big saying among black people. Black people say, you know what? Have you heard black people say before? That's why, you know, me, I'm glad I grew up poor, you know. Because, you know, it made me stronger. Or I'm glad I went through this, you know, because it made me stronger. Listen, that's the wrong way to think, man. We think that, so we're glad that we got molested. Because it led us about life. We're glad, so it's a good thing that we got shot at. Because it made us good in life. We suffer so much that we think it's a good thing now, but it's not, man. Well, there's two ways to learn things, man. If you read the Bible, you read about Adam and Eve, there's two ways to learn things. Adam was supposed to learn, why? Because the Most High told him so. But Adam had to go learn why? To experience it, man. There's two types of people. There's one child that knows not to smoke crack because his dad said so. That was what Adam and Eve were supposed to do. But instead, they had to go and learn by experiencing it themselves. There's one man that learns that crack is bad because he listens to his dad. And there's another man that learns that crack is bad. Why? Because he goes and tries it, man. And he ends up on the street, man. He ends up being taken advantage of. He ends up going to jail. So this brother saying, you know, everything I went through, I'm glad I went through it. It made me stronger. It made me a better person. You know, you learn from these things. That's the wrong way to think, man. I learn also, man. And I learn why. But who do I learn from? The men above me that tell me don't do this. And that's what I learned. I ain't got to go through it. I don't have to get locked up and shot and thrown in jail by the police. I learned because men above me tell me not to do it, man. And that's what it's supposed to be. And that's what Adam and Eve were supposed to do. When it said not eat from the tree of the, what do you call it, good and evil. They were supposed to just not learn from it, man. Just listen to what the Most High said, but they had to go out there and experience it, man. They had to go out there and experience it. And after they experienced it, they knew about good and evil. They knew what good it can bring to you and what evil it can bring to you. They knew what, what's it done about? They knew how the Lord will punish you. Just like, you know, breakdown, man. Long time waiting that breakdown, man. So luck, yeah.
Basically, the tree of good and evil is we was only meant to know the good. We wasn't meant to know the evil. But once you mess around with that tree, what happens? You then learn the evil that comes with it, man. You then learn the punishments that comes with breaking the law. So what happens is with the law, you're just meant to know, you know what? I'm not supposed to do that. You ain't meant to know what the punishment is. Like a man ain't supposed to know what being stoned to death because you're homosexual is. You're just supposed to know don't be a homosexual. That's as far as you're supposed to go. But once you then become to be a homosexual, guess what happens? You then find out what AIDS is, man. You find out what the AIDS ward looks like. You find out what the IV and the AIDS medication looks like, whereas you ain't supposed to know what that is. You're just meant to know don't be a homosexual. And then everything else, you don't know nothing else. But once you do what? You fast and start delving in all of these kind of things, you then learn what the punishment is, man. And the Lord said, listen, just don't do this. And once you do so, it's like jail. We ain't supposed to know what jail looks like, man. We're just supposed to know if you break the law, you go to jail, but we ain't supposed to know what jail is because we ain't supposed to break the law. Once you break the law, guess what happens? You know what a cell is. You know what the cell looks like. You know what did the charge the phone with batteries? What did they do?
Back at TV.
They take wires from the TV and you become an electrician in jail, man. Whereas in jail you become an electrician. You ain't supposed to learn to become an electrician in jail, man. And that's the punishment that comes with it. Listen, man, you better keep the laws of God, or you're gonna learn the hard way. Obviously, don't listen to this man here. He's just a man with internet connection. And then what was this on TikTok?
Calm.
He's just a man on TikTok with the internet. What you need to realize is a lot of things on TikTok is not real life, man. This man here is no different to those TikTok people that tell you put foil in the microwave. Have you seen that one where they say put foil in the microwave?
Nah, that's ridiculous. One time I put a pot noodle in the microwave and I didn't even pull the foil off all the way.
You hear?
Yo.
One time I put a fork in the microwave and I just thought, I can put my food in and leave the fork inside.
Nah, shit.
Now I come down and pressing fire in the microwave like a.
Nah, I saw the side of the pot noodle catch a fire, man.
I think the microwave caught fire on the side. Have you seen it? Where it's like a line of fire on the side of the microwave.
Nah, man. I've never put a fork in the microwave. I've always been like skeptical about doing shit like that.
Listen, that can blow up, man.
My mental do it.
Listen, that can blow up, man. Don't ever put foil in the microwave. There's a man that said, you want to make a perfect something, put foil in the microwave. And then, you know, you shouldn't listen to TikTok. You know why? Because there was those trends. There was those trends for the kids. Can you remember when the kids were strangling themselves, where they were stopping themselves from breathing? And some of them were dying.
Against the wall and that.
I don't know how
I got a push on their chest one time.
How to do it?
We do that.
I remember the one where you put gas lighter on, like liquid on yourself and lit yourself on fire and shower. Remember that?
Yeah, that was one of them as well. And there was the next one where you stop yourself from breathing. Some Edomite died from it. What was it called? You know what I'm
Yeah.
So yeah, these is all TikTok challenges, man. And this Jamaican man right here is what he's doing is telling you the same kind of thing. Everybody with a TikTok account, don't listen to everybody, man. TikTok's good for some things. Like there's some things you can learn on TikTok. Like on TikTok, I learned that the petrol cap goes into the hole.
Where's that hack?
Did you not? You didn't know that Quasar's a mechanic. You didn't know that. Do you know that Quasar?
What did you say?
Where you know where the little petrol cap it goes in the little hole on the thing?
On the flat.
What? So like, I'm lost, bro. I don't even understand, man.
You know you pay for petrol, yeah?
Yeah.
And you open the thing. Flat.
The cap, petrol cap.
Not the cap. The cap unscrew.
Yeah.
Petrol cap, the petrol cap goes on the inside of the flat. The holder for it.
Is it?
They don't.
You're gonna have to show me that one, you know.
Listen, you know what? I might have the video you need to get under there.
Yeah, but the put you for. Oh, you know, it's to me.
Let me see if I can.
Show ya.
Let me see if I can.
All I know is this. I don't like wasting time when I'm putting petrol in. You get me? I just like to put my petrol in, bro.
TikTok even be putting mechanics on.
Huh?
TikTok even be putting mechanics on. You get me?
Listen.
Come in, man. I watch that, man.
Life like a box of chocolates, my brother.
You never know what you do.
Trust me. You say each one teach one. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Black people always say, you know, life has taught us. Life taught me, you know, be strong, and that's why I went through it. It's good that I went through the things I went through. Cause now I know don't take no nonsense, and now I'm stronger. Now, man. Now, man, listen, you shouldn't. It's a bad thing that you was molested, man. It's a bad thing that you was raped. It's a bad thing that you was poor, man.
That's right.
We've been told to embrace our badness and embrace the stuff that we've been through. It's a terrible thing. And we are supposed to this day, you meant to come in the UPK, learn from the men of the UPK, man.
That's right.
So you got to go through these things, man. The things that brothers go through out in the world, it's a shame. And they don't have to go through it, man. Well, you got to listen to the Most High, man. Listen to the men above you, man. And it will change your life. The things that people go to, sleeping outside, being poor and everything. We don't have to go through this, man. It's right here, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Let me mix myself. 2 6.
Listen, you're gonna learn, and you are gonna learn something new today. Discovered by me. Listen, the nigga who put it on TikTok, I took it. It belongs to me now. I'm gonna show you. It belongs to me now. Listen, white people been stealing shit from us for years. I'm taking back on white people. So I discovered this. You believe in the angle and scratch. That's what they do. You hear it hit the paperwork and listen, man.
Bury me.
You've got scratches around the whole of the picture.
Everyone should do
scratches.
Probably, yeah,
light scratches, man. You're surprised.
There's no time. Put your flash in and look and you see like the red or marks.
Yeah. There's no black.
There is. I'll show you after. There is. Well, is yours probably around there? But every car's got one. 100%. Every car's got one.
While the biting nails is a shit. Put me on. Well, they don't shake it, you know.
What was it? Jet wash.
They don't shake shaming learning little thing, you know.
I bet it's useless, man. I bet it's useless.
Coming now, is it?
Okay then.
Free game. It's titled Free
Free
Game.
game. You put on some free game.
Yeah, let me show you like a picture hack you don't know. You see this little hole right here? This is where the cap's supposed to go. Okay then.
Get me the little
That's foolishness, bro. You can't just dangle the thing, you know. No point in doing all of that.
So there's a slot for it, man. That's where the slot is. The slot's there. The picture cap.
Nah, man. Just dangle the thing, man. Leave it hanging.
So look at the car. See it dangles. Then look at the car, yeah. If you get scratched, you get me.
Listen, the slot's there for that reason, man.
Come on,
you know what? I think the next video on TikTok where they're showing how, you see when you put down your car windows, there's a way to stop all of the, you know, where all the wind comes in and it's making the loud noise. Apparently you meant to put all 4 windows down in a certain rotation. Listen.
So we're messing with gravity and messing with science.
Listen, and next one as well, a guy broke it down like, yo, he goes, you see your door handle. Your door handle's more than just a door handle. If you park this way, your door handle lets you know you're 20 centimeters away from certain.
Give me the hacks, man.
Nah, no. Listen, there's some things on there which is good, and there's other things on there which is foolishness.
That guy there, man. What's it? This nigga
okay, they're lucky don't say.
Everyone's hating you. Everyone's hating you. You just keep scratching up your car and let it dangle then. Get me, but listen. See that there? First cars are like, man. Everyone else is bored. It's like haters. I'm saying that, you know what? Some cars, the cap comes all the way up and there's no rope though. There's no rope in it.
That's fine. I'll be damned if I hold it.
That new one. They managed to crank it on the roof of the car and that.
Yeah, leave it. The driver can leave it. Well, listen, there's bear hacks, man. Apparently, what's the next one as well? Like most people don't even know how to use their air conditioning properly. Like there's a certain way to do. There's a certain way to use your air conditioning properly.
Now I heard that. I heard you know you boss a can, and the metal part's flapping. Apparently, just put a straw in there.
I think you can. I don't think it's made for that though. You can.
To put a straw in there. It keeps the straw still in that without boiling out. Bear hacks, man.
Listen, I think we was eating McDonald's wrong. Ain't meant to put the straw through the burger box here. You put the fries in there, the burger in there, and the straw through there. You hold it up.
On both sides.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I heard you went to bust the Happy Meal box with the button.
Yeah, that's true.
You call it tray.
Yeah.
Shit, listen, we're gonna have our own channel soon. All the hacks, man. You get me yesterday. What look out for it.
You know how much good hacks there's are similar? Yo,
most are rubbish.
Yeah, some of them. Nah, man. Listen, I learned the onion hack. You see when you're cutting onions, this is what you do here. You put like a wet sponge next to the onion when you're cutting it, and then that way it stops your eyes from watering. It works. So try it. Listen, because you see when you're cutting onions and it's burning your eyes. Apparently, something in the onion. It goes to the wet cloth on the side, and then don't burn your. Listen, I've done it. It works.
I don't laugh, but
no one ever like. Listen, every time I cut onions now, I do that, and it works, and it don't burn your eyes or nothing.
Mum got a fried chicken onion hack. No, fried chicken hack in that.
What is it?
Roll buttons, but still. Some fried chicken hack.
What's that mean?
You.
What is it?
The dough, the fried chicken dough. The bag.
In the bag, come on.
Oh, you put the bag and shake it?
Yeah. That's all the stuff.
Man, crap me up. So one more video for wrap up, my 10 minutes left anyway. So I can put out the bag real quick. Shit, bother. Drop this one quick.
Let me put you in a scenario.
Heterosexual men should realize that trans women are the future.
No, you're not. Let me put you in a scenario. There's an island. Now, there are two scenarios. One, you put 100 women on the island with 10 men. In 100 years, it will turn into a prosperous village filled with children, men and women, happy and living on for generations. You take that same scenario, but you change the woman to trans woman and 10 men. In 100 years, all you'll find is 110 skeletons. Because, sorry to tell you, but trans women are men. They can't get pregnant. You may cut off the sausage and get yourself a cave, but here's the thing. You don't have the other equipment like a womb, fallopian tubes, eggs, or anything. You're basically the Chinese knockoff of the real thing. And no, this isn't transphobia. This is a fact. Also, I'm a heterosexual man. And what does straight mean? I'm into the opposite sex. The opposite, as in a woman. Sorry about that. A woman. Not a trans woman who's a man. A woman. If you're a guy and you've dated a trans woman, you are either gay or bisexual. And LGBT, you can't hate me for this. It's in your alphabet. See, I don't mind if you become trans. You can be a trans woman, trans man. I don't mind it. You can do whatever you want. It's your life. But don't tell me that trans women are the future, because if it's the future, well, our future is going to end with extinction. No hate, just the fact. Have a good day. Yeet.
Listen, this man ain't lying. I'm gonna tell the truth, man. According to the Bible, listen, the Lord said He made a woman for a man, and the Lord blessed them and said, "Listen, be fruitful and multiply, man." That's what it is, man. And now, man, people are sick, man. Want to change their gender, and wow, it's too much, man. If you saw a man and said, "Listen, I think I'm a chicken," you'll say, "Yo, is this man alright?" If you met a man in the street and the man goes, "Listen, I think I'm a chicken," you know. And he started making the chicken noise and shit and doing his arm like a chicken. You go, this man is crazy. So why is it we see a man that goes, "You know what, I think I'm a woman," and we go, "Oh, well, that's fine," you know, that's what he identifies as. Why is that man sick? That man is sick also, man. Any man that's born a man, born with a man, born with broad shoulders, and you don't want it, man. You want a soft voice. You want to be a woman. You want to have sex with other men and put your big male tough body in women's soft clothing, man. Something is wrong with you, man. You are sick, just like a man that wants to be a chicken. Just like a man that, you know, believes he's an animal. If you're a man that believes you're a woman, you are ill, man. And let me tell you something as well, man. I said, men need women to be procreate, man. Women need men to be procreate, man. This is showing you something. This is showing you that men are not supposed to be with men. The fact that, listen, two men can't create nothing but AIDS, man. Right. Two men can't create nothing but AIDS, man. That's all they can create, man. Let me tell you something. The brat, you have to go in a lab, man, and get male sperm. The brat is a lesbian rapper who got a girlfriend, and recently she wanted a baby, and she had to go get sperm from a man to get that, man. Why? Because a lesbian lover couldn't give her that, man. That's something that no lesbian woman can give you, is a baby, man. So lucky, man. Alright, so I got more as well. You don't go and forget it. About 5 minutes. What?
Listen, man. If you're born a man, you're a man. You can't change your bone structure, man.
That's right.
Listen, you can't go change your bone structure. You can't change your chromosomes, man. If you have the XY, you're a man. There's nothing you can do about it, man. Listen, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. Mm-hmm. Stop trying to think you're something that you're not, man. It's stupid. And in our kingdom, there's going to be no such thing as a man thinking he's a woman. We're going to say, okay, that's fine. We're going to say, we'll give you the surgery outside. The surgery is going to come in the form of stones and rocks.
That's right.
The surgery you're going to get is going to come in the form of stones and rocks. And when you come in your next life, you're going to know you're a man. In your next life, you're going to say, I'm a man. The Bible says, you don't remember your former life, but them stones, you might just remember your former life. You're going to come back and say, I'm a man now. Listen, man. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. Stop being silly. That's all it is silly, man. And the oppressor allows you to be whatever you want, man.
But that's the show anyway, man. So I'm gonna wrap it up, man. You know what I mean? We'll be here again next week, 9 to 11. For all the parts are coming in, for all the down are coming in, for all for everyone in the chat, man. Like, subscribe, keep promoting, keep pushing. Remember classes, 5 days a week. That's the gospel, Shalom.
Yeah. Are the Matrix? Sham Jeezy. Haratia. When me say U.P.K, UK. Well, anyway. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends. Dog, we fly out and one bend span the ends. But we die out and more dead pan the ends. Where me come from, you lucky if you live long day in a the war zone. But I know Pakistan, a the place where you juvenile a the big man. Braver you do time, brother pick one, yo. Man a fi bleach but I never zone of the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy them response. You we dead if you a Christian, devil them strong. Me say, but is a trick done. Them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me kill a them where they a London, England. Teach me say the white man him is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. I see him struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way I go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance. Hey, boom. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends. Dog, we fly out and one bend span the ends. But we die out and more dead body then. Once upon a time round ya so did nice. Full of vibes man a play football shoes aside. If I no football you like one go shoot the dice. But everything change when me nigga lose him life. Proof of crime. A certain black coffee gets scrutinized. Check every taxi on the route I drive. Them youth I ride them took a knife. Man have to sleep at the and shoot a night. And watch your head back. You never know what over time round ya no safe again. Watch out for the hate of them and the traitor them. And the fake friend dog the acre tens. No solution for make amends. Babylon say ceasefire but we nah no fate na them a sake of them. Make the crime rate so great again. And Jamaica red hot like the equator belt Jamaica bread. Cause you never break no red. With the ghetto youth them you send the Terminator them dad. So man a fi whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends dog.